everybody, welcome to Cathy's Gaming Hall, the Christmas version.
Yes, the presents are unwrapped and it's time to play some games.
Yep.
And gaming
But first,
side stuff.
I gotta introduce you to my new Mochi Goomba. I love him. He's very squishy and soft. And in my stocking, I already pulled the cap off, so Andy gave me a $17 beer.
$16.99 for that bottle of beer.
Snickerdoodle Vanilla Noir is the name of it, and I'm gonna try it.
Must be bad.
It's strong.
I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. It definitely has a sweetness to it. It's thick.
Yeah.
It's thick.
Andrew, we're gonna have to share this beer.
Okay.
Can't drink all of it.
Okay.
Anyway, that's very fun to try. A $17 beer. You don't try those every day. Okay, so I'm gonna go over some things that we got for Christmas. And oddly enough, we got 2 of these Game & Watches.
Yep. My brother got me one and I got you one in your stocking.
Yep. And
I've already opened mine.
yes, this one's the one that's open. This is the one that's not open. I've been playing Andy's, and it's Super Mario Brothers.
And the Lost Levels is on there too. And a game of ball.
I'm gonna share our vinyls.
Yeah, we got some gaming bottles.
I got 2 vinyls. One was for me, one was for Andy. This is the one I got Andy. It is Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse.
Yep. It's got the it's 2 what do you call them? 2 discs. I don't know. 2 records. One's got the NES soundtrack, one's got the Famicom soundtrack, which if you are a Castlevania 3 super fan, you know that those are different in some ways because the Famicom had an extra chip. Famicom version had an extra chip in it that let you, it added some extra sound channels, so it sounded different. The melodies and stuff are still the same, but
I really like the art on this.
Yep.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So this is the one that I got. It is Mother 2.
AKA Earthbound.
Yep. On vinyl. And I listened to the whole thing this morning while I was putting away all of my Christmas gifts that I got. And I love all the little claymation looking figures that are in here. And I love that it has a screenshot of where the music plays in the game. So yeah, super cool. One of them is silver and one of them is gold as far as the actual color of the vinyl itself.
Yep.
So I got this for Andy for Christmas, Jewel Master.
Jewel Master. It's a fairly affordable early Sega Genesis game, a little action game. You put on a bunch of rings and you have different elemental powers when you're punching dudes. It's pretty cool. It's got some good music.
I couldn't make it past the first level. I just tried. But I must say, I really like the art on the front. It's
Yes.
like a dude's hand and it's got all these like fancy ass rings.
Yeah, you don't really, it's very eye-catching. It'd be better if it was the entire box instead of the early
true.
Sega Genesis black grid that they went with.
Anyway, that's pretty cool. I think we just picked this up at Traded or something.
I picked it up at Trade It.
This is Winter Games, Winter Olympic Games.
And Lilyhammer, I think that's how you pronounce it. 1994.
Oh snap.
If you dig deep into one of our old gaming halls, you'd see you already have that game. We do. But it was only like $1.99 to get it in the case. And it's a better looking cartridge than we had before. And I pulled our old cartridge off the shelf and it still had the price tag on it. Paid $1.99 for that one too. So it's the same price. But I got the box and
And it's even got the little tab.
got a little tab. I have a soft spot for that game. I used to rent that game a lot, even though it's not good at all. But now I have it in the box and I'm happy.
Yay!
And for $2, I'll take it. Jungle Strike.
Jungle Strike, the
Yes.
sequel to Desert Strike.
Yeah, there was a lot of Strike games that EA made around this time, and I've never played one at all. I used to see them at Blockbuster, but I never did rent them. Cathy does not like that beer. But yes, it's a helicopter game. You run around, you fly around in isometric view and shoot things. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cheap too.
Man, it feels like so thick. Thick as hell.
Yeah, the EA Sega Genesis boxes and the actual cartridges were way different than everything else.
And some thick ass manuals in here
Yeah,
too.
it came with everything for not a lot of money.
We got a poster in here too.
Yep.
We even got some little advertising postcards. One Super Nintendo game added to the collection.
It's Raiden Trad.
Glad you said that because this font is hard to read on the front. Should have read it on the side.
Now you do that every time, but yes, a Raiden game is a shooter, top-down shooter franchise. And yeah, this really basic, and it's actually pretty easy. I got pretty far. I'd never played it before, and I got pretty far my first time playing it. Yeah, it was a cheap shooter. I was like, man, I like shooters, and picked it up.
Yep. This one's really special to me. Very special Christmas gift that I got on Christmas Day.
It's a big one.
Dragon Warrior 4.
Yep.
And it is in perfect condition.
And we have all of them now.
Yep, I got all of them on the NES. So collection milestone for Cathy here. I'm very pleased. I just popped it in, it works, and I played a little bit of it. Also have it on the DS.
Yes.
And I'm gonna play it there.
Yes,
For real.
I got you that for Christmas several years ago.
I haven't even
Still in the
opened it
shrink wrap, and it has skyrocketed in price since then.
Should I open it?
Not really.
Should I not open it?
I have it on our price starting as opened,
Okay.
because I figured you would eventually open it. But yes, I bought it $19.99.
I'm gonna try and drink some more.
I bought it for $20 off Amazon brand new years ago. Now it goes for like $100 brand new.
So Andy got
Star Wars Squadrons.
on the
Yes.
PS4 for the PlayStation VR.
No, it's just for the PlayStation. You could play it in VR if you want to.
Oh, VR mode
Yeah,
included.
don't be misleading. You could play it without the VR.
Yeah.
But my mom got me that for Christmas. And we have to make a choice now, Cathy Brown, on what to do with the PlayStation VR. Because the PlayStation 4 has been sitting in the office for a couple months now. Well, since the PS5 came out. No, even before that. And the PSVR setup box is still in here.
Can we sync it to the PS5?
Well, here's our options. We can either put the PS4 back in here and play it in here. We can put the PSVR in the office and play it in there. Or I do have the cable, the free cable that Sony shipped out if you gave them like your serial number for your PSVR to hook the PlayStation VR up to the PlayStation 5.
We should get up to the PS5 because for some reason I love having the PS4 in that room. Just saying.
I haven't quite decided yet. Well,
My input is there.
okay, well, I haven't decided yet. The least likely option is putting the PS4 back in here, but we'll see.
Okay.
But I do want to play that in VR.
You got Uncharted, The Lost Legacy.
Yes, Best Buy was doing $10 PS4 games there for a little bit, and I picked some up. That was one of them. I heard that game was really good. It kind of came and went for me, so I'm like super excited to sit down and play it. It's been a while since I played Uncharted 4, and I like that game a lot. And this one's supposed to be a little truncated, shorter Uncharted game, so that's cool. For $10, I'll take it.
Also got,
Nioh 2.
didn't know how to say that one.
Yes,
I was going to say no.
I think it's Nioh, like it's Japanese, like Ni no Kuni. It is a Souls-like game made by Team Ninja, the Ninja Gaiden people.
The back says Unleash Your Darkness.
Yes, I never played the first one. It was also only $10 on Best Buy. So I was like, well, I'll give it a shot, see what happens. I mean, I could hate it. We'll see. Here's a controversial pick right here.
Cyberpunk.
2077. I said in the end of the last gaming haul that would be a game I would get, and I did. I played it for about an hour and decided I bought it too soon, like everyone else did. Playing it on the PS5, I ran into a bug early on where you had to talk to a doctor. And I talked to him, and then the next step was to talk to the doctor, and I talked to him. But the next step was to talk to the doctor. Like it would never leave that Quest marker spot.
So you just couldn't progress?
I couldn't progress, so I just turned it off and said, well, I'm going to wait until they do the PS, because the PS5 upgrade will be free. So I'll just wait for that.
Okay. We're going to take it back a couple steps.
Got a PS2 game. I was super excited to get this and have it working, because buying PS2 games from Traded is dodgy. I think that's the only one I've had that's worked that I bought from Traded, actually.
Sledstorm.
Sledstorm from the makers of SSX.
Tear it up.
Yeah. Some SSX characters are in that game. And
I haven't tried it yet.
We don't have them in this video, but I bought the HDMI converter cables that Pound makes. I bought the Sega Saturn, and I just bought the PS2 cables just so we can record something with that and maybe SSX in the future. They work really well. That game's neat. It's not as fun as SSX, but you can definitely tell. It's like, yeah, it's the same guys.
I'm interested in playing this, but Andy got it for himself.
That doesn't mean you can't play it.
HD collection.
Yeah, it was for a limited run release, so I ordered it months and months ago. It actually showed up on Christmas Eve, which is a nice little surprise. It's a remake, or not a remake, but an HD remaster of Grandia 1 and 2. I don't know why they didn't throw 3 up there, because 3 is really good too. Yeah, I messed around with that. I really liked the first Grandia, even though I couldn't never beat it. The final boss was stupid hard.
Is it one of those games where you get to the final boss and then you just can't beat it? That's happened to me several times.
That's a you thing. It doesn't really happen to me, but it happened to me in that game. I could not beat it. But yeah, it's great. It's such a fun game. I don't have too much experience with Grandia 2. We bought it on the Dreamcast like last year or so, and I messed around with it a little bit. I remember renting it back in the day, but I never really owned. I still haven't put too much time into it, but Grandia 1's a whole lot of fun.
I got this game for Christmas. I've been wanting it for a long time. It's Doraemon, Story of Seasons.
Yeah, I bought that off Amazon. I think I don't know what I got. There's no ESRB rating on there. The font on the side of the box is different from every other Switch game. Every other Switch game has that font.
Mm-hmm. It is a different font.
Look at the glance up there.
I can't see that far.
But you know that you can tell that font up there is not super big like
well,
it is
another
on there.
thing is it's centered on here, and those are left justified.
Yeah.
Andy got this game from his mom.
Brother.
Oh, his brother. Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt
Yes.
of the Necrodancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda.
Yes, like how you read the entire thing. It's Cadence of Hyrule. I bought Crypt of the Necrodancer on PSN when it was on sale years ago, and I just really sucked at it. It's a roguelike dungeon crawler where you have to move and attack to the beat of the song. Mm-hmm. And people know I love The Legend of Zelda. And I didn't get it originally because I was worried that I'm going to have the same problems that I did with Crypt of the Necrodancer.
And?
So far, I have only played a little bit of it. I do remember when it came out, I think it was last year or the year before, hearing that there was a mode that you could turn on where you didn't have to move to the beat, you just play the game. Without that, which I'm sure that's blasphemous for some people who really like the game, but I got a little bit of rhythm, but like I can't, there's two parts of my brain like trying to figure out how to attack this enemy and do it in the beat. There's something about them do not meet at all. Like I just can't do it.
It does seem really hard. I definitely love Zelda, but this seems like I just ain't got no rhythm.
Like I said, I think there's a mode where I didn't dig too deep into options, but I think there's something where you can turn that off. The little bit I did play, I had to play to the beat.
I got this for Andy for Christmas, partly because I was interested in playing it. Just told him that. Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 on the
HD
Switch.
remaster, which is, it's funny that you say you want to play it because we have the Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD remaster on the Vita. I bought that for you, remember? And you played. This is one of the games that you got to the final boss and couldn't beat it. Was Final Fantasy X.
Well, I forgot about that.
Well,
I was interested in the 10 too. I remember starting that game.
yeah, you got to a part very early you couldn't get past.
Yeah.
It was like, where do you go type thing. I remember that.
So, I got this game, Dragon Quest Monsters Joker, on the Nintendo DS.
Yes. Dragon Quest Monsters is Dragon Quest's attempt to catch in on the Pokemon popularity.
I think I have a Dragon Quest Monsters game on the
Game Boy. Yep.
yeah. And I've started playing that, and that seemed pretty fun.
Yes, this is a continuation of that.
So,
In an effort to get Cathy every single English Dragon Quest game.
yes, and it must happen.
We're getting close.
We're getting close. A couple years, I'll be there. I got this for Andy for Christmas, and
So this is pretty cool.
it is the Oculus Quest 2.
Yeah, it's a standalone VR headset.
And we played it a little bit. We haven't actually committed to a game on it.
I bought something on it. It wasn't a game.
How much was that Wonder thing?
It's like $10.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's been having a lot of fun going to all of our previous residences.
Yeah, even I tried to go to my apartment that I lived at in Florida, but it wasn't happening because that Wander uses Google Street View. What I really want to do is get the cable that hooks that up to a PC and try to play Google Earth on that, because that's not Google Street View, that's using satellite view, so you can like fly around like Superman.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Well, at
Right.
first I was kind of against getting it since we had the VR, but Andy seemed to really want it, so I got it for him for Christmas. I'll say that I've enjoyed playing it also.
It's a much more confident VR headset.
Yeah, it is. Pictures better, and
Those controllers are way better than the Move controllers, like by a long shot.
and I also didn't like with the VR how I could see
Yeah.
outside of it. It kind of bothered me. But man, this one, though, it like pushes your cheekbones in. It's so tight. So that's the thing, is I kind of start feeling the pressure over about 10 minutes and I want to take it off. So we're trying to decide what kind of game we want, but I want it to be like a game where I can like play a few minutes and then take it off. Play a few minutes, take it off. So until we get like a better headset.
Yeah, we played
Type
demos. Super Hot VR was on sale yesterday, Christmas Day, and I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, we should have.
Now it's not on sale anymore. I have it on PSVR, but like I said, the Move controllers suck. All right, this is the big one.
This is the big one.
This is the big one. If y'all thought that was the big one, this is the really big one. You ready to have your mind blown? So, Cathy Brown. What do
We
got here?
have Steven Seagal, Streets of Rage 2.
Steven Seagal and Streets of Rage 2. So, Cathy Brown looked through my price charted wish list, which has like 600 games on it or something. Like I just add whatever I see. And she decided that she was going to get me Streets of Rage 2. How she ended up getting this ROM hack version of Streets of Rage 2 in box that has Steven Seagal in it instead of Axel is beyond me. And I was just completely like, I was like, what is going on? When I woke up, when I unwrapped it for Christmas, I was like, is this a dream? Like, why do I have a Sega Genesis box with Steven Seagal's face on it?
I will say, in retrospect, I realized that I did not do something correctly, but then, and I felt bad at the time, but now, it was just funny as hell, because he was truly surprised, like, what the hell? And it was a reaction that you just, you know.
Where did you get it from?
eBay. Came off eBay.
Did you look up Steven Seagal and Streets of Rage 2?
I just remember that, I don't know. It was one of those gifts early on. I don't remember. But let me just say, who doesn't love Steven Seagal?
Me.
I love Steven Seagal.
He's weird. But yes, and Cathy's wants to test out all the old games before we do this gaming hall video, and she's like playing this, like, man, this game's pretty good. I'm like, yeah, Streets Race 2 is pretty good, but you're playing as Steven Seagal and it looks weird.
Well, it was pretty funny. So now it's the running joke that this is Andy's favorite gift that he has ever received
It's
on Christmas Day. So
did you read the back of the box when you got it?
In this hack, no, I didn't.
It's the third word on the back of the box.
Version of Streets of Rage 2, Steven Seagal replaces Axel as a playable character. Some sounds have been added to improve overall experience of the game. Unlike the other 2 games in the series, this game has only one ending, the good ending, where Mr. X is defeated and Adam is rescued. The 5 heroes then take a helicopter to leave Mr. X's island.
So, what do you think?
It's quite the haul.
Yep. So Cathy Brown just asked, what's my favorite game? And then I got an Amber Alert on my phone. Looking for a white Chevrolet here in
Oh shit,
East North Carolina.
that's what I drive. Not that model though, not that year.
But Cathy asked me what my favorite game is. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. I can't pick one right now.
Well, obviously it's this game.
It's not.
My favorite game is obviously Dragon Warrior 4.
Yes. So, what do you think? That's the end. That's the end of the gaming hall. Been trying to close this out and getting Amber Alerts and talking about favorite games. What do you think, Cathy Brown?
I think it's been a good Christmas.
Yes, good Christmas. Bad year, good Christmas. So I hope everyone out there stays safe, had a good holiday, and has a happy new year. We'll see you on the flip side. Say goodbye, Cathy Brown. Peace out.